Good morning, geeks and gamers. Welcome to MAGA Country starring Winnie the Pooh. I guess, did anybody think we were going to start out talking about that at any point? Holy shit. Winnie the Pooh.
The only time we talk about Winnie the Pooh is like to make fun of Jay a little bit.
That is true. That is true.
The Winnie the Pooh character. Yes, apparently Jim Cummings has ruined so many people's childhoods because he gives little one-word answers here and there to posts about the current political landscape of the country.
Dude, we're going to talk all about it, but just seeing the meltdown from the Disney adults yesterday was so glorious. I had a fun day yesterday. I got blocked by Ashley St. Clair. She got mad at me and hid my reply and blocked me. Basically, because I called her a fake MAGA supporter and a fake conservative because she is. And I didn't think she was going to actually hide my reply and block me, but that happened. But I'll talk about that on CobraCast tonight. And yeah, overall, I ate way too much food over the past several days, dude. And I think I probably gained like 20 pounds.
As should happen on Thanksgiving.
Dude. And then I had a huge dinner last night and I want to die. Like, it's bad. I think I'm on Ryan's side of the equation right now for how I feel with how much food I've eaten. I just want to die.
There you go. I guess I have a little bone to pick with fucking Danky for the title specifically of that whole food tier video clipped out on the other channel. Ryan hates Thanksgiving. I think he did that just because when he titles that I hate things, it usually gets good views for him on that channel.
Yes.
But Thanksgiving is actually probably, Christmas is my favorite holiday. Thanksgiving is a very a close second.
Yeah.
So I don't hate Thanksgiving. I had a bad Thanksgiving, because I don't hate Thanksgiving.
But generally, you hating something is a pretty safe bet.
Yeah. And
so he was just playing the numbers. He was just
nonsense.
He was just playing the numbers, which I totally appreciate and respect. So we'll go with it. And but yeah, Danky's doing good work over there. So shout out to him. But yeah, so clickbait among YouTubers is the norm. That is true. Tom H was complaining the other day about something. I don't know what it was. You were in the chat complaining big time. I can't remember. It's okay. I mean, it's what we do around here, so it's not a big deal. Also, Ryan, guess what I saw this weekend?
Let's see. Listen, there's a lot of movies out this weekend. I'll appeal to a bunch of different demographics. You probably went and saw Gladiator 2 to give it a chance, right?
I saw Wicked.
There you go.
I saw Wicked with 7 women.
And you're alive to tell the tale.
I am alive to tell the tale. And anybody that says this movie's not good is fucking lying to you. It's a damn good movie. It really is. You can get all the bullshit out of there with the interviews and all these fucking weirdos. As a movie, it's a damn good movie. It just is. And anybody telling you differently is just scared to get backlash on the internet. It's a damn good movie. And that's why it's making so much money. And that's why the word of mouth and it only had a 29% drop. It's a damn good movie. 100% is.
Yeah, I haven't seen it and don't necessarily have any plans to. So I can't comment on that. From everyone I've talked to, the women I've talked to that are fans of the book or the play or whatever that went and saw it, they said it was fucking awesome. And that as cringe as insufferable as a lot of the kind of the interviews with this gay place or that gay place with Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo basically just crying and touching each other the entire time, that the movie itself is good.
Yep. So, it's a really good movie. It's really well done movie, really good performances across the board. I have no real complaints about that movie.
And you're not really a musical person either.
I
right?
am not a musical person, not at all. I do not like musicals typically. There's a random one here or there, but I just don't I didn't even see Sweeney Todd or whatever it's called.
I was just gonna say, have you seen Sweeney Todd?
Yeah, I haven't seen that one. I didn't see the one with fucking Wolverine in it.
Greatest Showman.
Yes, I didn't see that one. My boy Christopher Nolan says La La Land's like a masterpiece. I've never seen that one. Yeah, so it's High School Musical and Wicked. Those are the two musicals I like. I also finished season 2 of the Tulsa King. And yes, that is very, very good. I need to watch season 1 before I could say if it's, I think it's probably I think season 1's probably a little bit better than season 2, but season 2 was really solid and Sly crushes it. You haven't seen Tulsa King, right?
I've seen some of the first season, but I haven't finished it. So
Okay.
It's on my list.
Tulsa King season 2 is really good. But I would have to say, I need to watch it again. But right now, but before rewatching season 1, I'll say season 1 slightly better. The season 2 is still on point. So yeah, good stuff right there. So, and yeah, dude, I have never seen the theater here in Pensacola more packed than it was this weekend. It was fucking insane how many fucking people were at the theater this weekend. It was crazy.
It was obviously an insane weekend. We just had the biggest Thanksgiving weekend that we've ever had at the box office by like over $100 million. It was very big. Obviously, Moana just coming out is doing massive numbers. Wicked had an incredible hold, and even Gladiator 2 certainly not doing as well as those other two. But you've got movies there that are for a lot of different people, and they all showed up and showed out at the theater. And we can get into that right now, actually, since you brought it up, Jeremy. Thanksgiving 5-day U.S. box office hitting amazing all-time $420 million high.
Jesus.
AMC boss Adam Aaron declares a national phenomenon. Now, certainly when you look at these two movies coming out last week in Gladiator and Wicked, and the idea of a Barbenheimer 2, it certainly was from the perspective of movies that appeal to different people, but the numbers not going to end up being nearly what we saw with Barbie and Oppenheimer. Now you add Moana into the mix, and it is completely and totally massive. Moana broke basically every Thanksgiving record imaginable. But the crazy part is when you do look at these numbers, Wicked had such a great hold that, yeah, Moana did break the all-time Thanksgiving weekend. Moana 2 at $221 million for the 5-day weekend. Frozen 2, it broke the Frozen 2 record of $125 million. Right behind there, the biggest 5-day is Wicked, which made $117 million over the 5-day weekend.
Every like all of the fake rules that have been made up for Hollywood are being, the narratives are being destroyed. Like, so whatever. Okay. Wicked and Moana 2, both are more like female centric movies. And guess what? It wasn't like one took away from the other with Moana releasing. In fact, I think it helped Wicked more than anything. I don't think it hurt Wicked. I think it probably helped it just because of all the discussion happening around it. If you make movies people want to go see, they'll go fucking see them. It doesn't matter. Competition is a good thing.
That's the thing to me. I think that for a long time, we've seen a lot of these studios stay away from this release date and stay away from this release date. And, you know, sometimes I do think you can fuck yourself if you go up against the wrong competition. But if you've got movies that people want to go see, that competition can help. And that's kind of what we saw. And even from, like, obviously the money, you always have to look at the money and question, okay, what does that mean after all the inflation, all that stuff? Before this, the biggest Thanksgiving weekend was like a little over $300 million from 2018. But if you look at just pure ticket sales themselves, it's up there as well. Check out this tweet. After historic Thanksgiving 5-day holiday, exhibitors have been more and more to be thankful for. Giant cinema chain AMC Theaters is celebrating an all-time record 8.8 million admissions around the world during the 5-day stretch, which included Friday. So Black Friday was the second biggest in the history of AMC. This is not talking about money. This is talking about tickets bought, like admissions to the theater. The only thing that's behind was the Saturday when Endgame came out.
Which you mentioned it right before we went live though, but like that was like insane when Endgame was out, man. That was crazy. Never seen anything like it. It
was the culmination of a decade worth of storytelling and characters that people had so much invested in. And I'll still never forget Endgame because I was shocked that I didn't get spoiled in any way. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I feel like spoilers, even then spoilers were out all the time. Force Awakens spoilers were out like pretty quickly for that. Endgame, I'm sure they were out there if you'd hunted, but just my normal kind of internet browsing, I didn't see anything. which is kind of insane.
And by the way, this Nicole Kidman ad, I absolutely fucking hate this thing.
I hate that one, yes.
Because it's like it's usually like the 5th AMC fucking ad before the movie. You know what I mean?
Want to get
you're like,
started, and
yeah,
she walks out there.
Yes, and I'm like, dude, how many more AMC ads are you gonna give me? I hate that commercial more than anything in the world, and it gets you like you're finally ready for the movie to start after all of these advertisements, after your 10th fucking AMC Coca-Cola advertisement, and then this one starts. Oh my god, it makes me so mad every time I see it. But I just had to get that rant out right there. But yeah, I mean, Moana 2 is a wild one because I didn't hear any advertisements for this movie. I heard no real advertisements. I know you've explained this in terms of like how it performed on Disney Plus
for you. Yeah.
Well, that too. Yeah. And but still though, something on this level usually transcends like specific marketing. You know what I mean? This is a huge opening. Like it's bigger than Frozen 2.
You know, now that so many of our ads are based on things we're watching that aren't television, there's very much specifically targeted, right? I can say that I don't know if I saw more than 1 or 2 ads for Wicked, period, before it released. But it's because the only time I'm watching commercials is if I'm watching live sports. That's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I saw 1 or 2 Moana things when I was maybe watching a game on ESPN or something like that. But that's really it. Because so much of our ads are targeted, directed ads now because we're watching YouTube videos or shit like this. So it doesn't really necessarily surprise me all that much, but I guarantee you the demographics that it's probably targeted towards, they probably saw a fuck ton of ads for it. That's my guess, at least.
Yeah.
I saw way more ads for Gladiator than I did for these two.
I did too.
Yeah.
And look, to be fair, Gladiator, is it going to make money, Ryan?
I don't think so. So, I mean, we can look at this right now. Here's Gladiator. And remember, Gladiator has a week longer of international release than Wicked does. But right now it's sitting at $320 million at the box office. I mean, Gladiator 2, it had been reported that budget was around $300 million. And the marketing for that, I don't know if we've gotten exact marketing, but you can probably assume at least $100 million. So $400 million total. That needs to make about $800 million to break even. Wicked, $150 million production budget, $150 million marketing budget. Now, do they have a lot of partnerships and stuff like that got them a lot more marketing for them? Yes. Marketing partnerships don't cost anything. It's supposedly, there's no charge there. It's mutually beneficial. That's what they're hoping, right? Starbucks partners with Wicked. They're like, of course you can use this because you'll be promoting the movie. We'll help you sell things. There's no money exchanging hands there. So Wicked, $600 million worldwide to break even. So if both these movies end up hitting $700 million, one will make money and one will not. You know, that's kind of the way to look at it. Wicked right now, inverse of Gladiator in terms of domestic versus international. Now, it hasn't opened in China, in France, and Germany, and a handful of other European countries. I don't think it's going to do much in China. I just don't see there being a demand for this in China, but maybe there will be. I don't think so. The European market's probably a little more so based on what we've seen so far. But with the hold that it's had and the good word of mouth, I think it's a lock for 450, maybe getting to $500 million domestically. And we'll see. I think maybe it'll creep up to $200 million international. I still think $700 million is probably where it's going to end up. Mm-hmm. It's a phenomenon here in the United States domestically. But kind of one of the things I said from the beginning is I don't know how much international pull it will have, and that pretty much has seemed true.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. But yeah, that international, this is what people miss about a lot of this stuff. Like when you talk about like the Fast and Furious movies, you know, when they do so much money, people don't realize how much they're doing internationally. It's absolutely retarded.
Yeah.
How much they're doing. Same with like movies like Frozen and stuff like that.
All the animated movies you look at, from whether it's Disney, whether it's Universal, whatever, all these animated movies do massive fucking numbers internationally. Mm-hmm. You look at something like the most recent Despicable Me, that did like $400 million United States, did way more internationally. Inside Out 2 had a big domestic number, $652 million, but it made $1 billion internationally.
Mm-hmm.
Frozen 2, all that stuff, huge international hits. That's how you get mega numbers like this. It's not too often you see something like, say, Top Gun Maverick. I bet I could find that really quick. Top Gun Maverick basically had the same domestically as it did internationally.
And I have a question about Denzel Washington. Would this have to be one of his best performing box office movies ever, right? If you think about it, because he's not been in a lot of like big, huge blockbusters. He's the blockbuster personally, like, but his movies typically do a couple $100 million at their peak because he's never really tied to like big franchises and things like that. I would argue this might be one of his biggest box office movies ever. I don't know though. We'd have to look that one up and see.
Yeah, you're probably not wrong.
I can't think of a movie he's been in that would have like this huge box office
because he's not in like superhero movies that like drastically kind of inflate that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So here look at Top Gun Maverick. That's why this was kind of such an insane phenomenon here.
That's crazy.
It's 742 million. Like that's
crazy. Nuts. That is huge, man. Look at that. And Top Gun Maverick's a classic thing of like what we need more of, just like we can get more of shit like Barbie and Wicked for women. Like make movies that are specifically catered towards an audience, and you then tend to transcend that audience if it's well received and you have good marketing and a good word of mouth. That's what we need. That's what.
And then people like you, Jeremy, get dragged to the theater by all the women in your family thinking you're not going to fucking like it. And you end up coming on here and saying, you know what? I actually thought it was a good movie.
It's a good movie. It just is. And there's no other way to spin it. Now, the idiots involved with it, like, I mean, all of the marketing and the interviews are some of the most cringeworthy things. I think personally, watching some of that and how unlikable that black chick is and how cringe she is, she's actually a really good actor because I didn't recognize her in the role, which again
probably helped.
Goes back to actors are paid to not be themselves for a reason because they're very unlikable human beings. And that's what it comes down to. We don't care about your opinions on any fucking thing. We don't care about your thoughts on politics. We don't care about your opinions on Black Lives Matter. All of that shit. Just shut up and act. That's what you're paid to do. Nobody gives a shit about anything else surrounding that.
Yeah, so. And Wicked, obviously, with less than a 30% drop, obviously helped by a big Black Friday, there's no doubt. That 5-day weekend is the biggest live-action Thanksgiving ever. Whew. In its second week of release.
And think about back during COVID where people were like wondering, will we ever go to the movies again and things like that. Now, that doesn't mean that movie theaters are out of the, danger zone or something like that. Like this really comes down to you've had moments like Barbenheimer, you've had this shit right here with all of these movies, and you've had some successes along the way as well. They've got to get better about consistency, and we'll see if that happens. I personally think you're going to see a slight shift in entertainment now with President Trump being in office. It seems like things are shifting slightly. It doesn't mean we're going to have some overhaul per se, but Hollywood is a very reaction oriented business. And I do think that more and more people are going to get comfortable with hopefully going out there and making good entertainment. I did see a Zachary Levi movie trailer before Wicked. It was something to do with a little kid with autism or something like that. It was like a family friendly, like just a genuinely
Harold
good
in the Purple Crayon.
No, what the fuck was it? Somebody will say the title of it, but like, so yeah, I was like, oh shit, so it looks like it's actually got like a good vibe to it. Somebody will probably say it in the chat, whatever it was. That's the first I'd heard of it, by the way, too. And so yeah, man, I hope that we start seeing more stuff like that. We shall see. So,
I'm all for little kids with autism. That's the type of entertainment I'm all for. I bet a lot of people in this chat could relate to it. But speaking of, let's get to some of the super chats. Delta Entertainment, Linko Kenobi for 10. What's up, guys? Less than 2 hours away from getting home in Georgia. I have my new laptop being delivered. Looking forward to MegaCon next year. Hail the 199.
Hail. What's up, Linko Kenobi?
Thanks, Linko. Ellie Reen, Winnie the Pooh and MAGA was not on my bingo card, but hey, still pretty cool. Yeah, I enjoyed making that thumbnail today. It was fun. Simple Jeremy. Good morning, Jeremy Ryan.
What do you think's funnier? The forehead one or the simple for you or the simple Jeremy for me? They're both really fucking good.
I feel like the simple Jeremy is a little more inspired, like because of the actual reface stuff and the fact that he used lines that you said.
Oh, so good,
like
dude.
he clip lines that you said and put them in there.
Whereas
obviously the forehead anthem for me is iconic, but that is from there's a channel called like Chat Songs or something, a guy who goes through funny posts where people are just roasting them, and that's about a black dude with a massive fucking head. It looks like he's got a tumor or something, and that's why the second one is obviously an N-word reference.
I want to see simple. Yeah, there we go. Shadow saying simple Jeremy made $199 million at the box office. I want to see a full-on feature-length film, Simple Jeremy. I'd pay good money to see that shit.
There you go. Let's see. 4, the Chrono Trigger and D-Days background fund.
You guys want Chrono Cross back? We could do that.
Eric, our man Eric Guidewall with 10 gifted memberships.
Thank you
very much, Eric. We appreciate that. Shadow saying, didn't know Boogie was joining Ryan for daily.
But everybody's falling for this Boogie freakouts on the LolCal podcast. You know, when he the white dudes for Harris. I've seen that in compilations. And I'm like, dude, people are falling for that. Holy crap. I mean, I can't watch the LolCal podcast, but I can appreciate what they're trying to do. Not for me.
Tobias, remember 50 months, finally got the first fireside chat up with Sophie and Booming Bob about game music. I'm now at a grand total of 54 subscribers thanks to Mo Zamboni.
Hail Mo Zamboni.
Congratulations, Tobias.
What's up, Tobias? How you doing, brother?
Accident Seller, Norwegian 50. Please react to Rake the Cat, V4C. Please, it doesn't have copyright. You don't need to listen to the whole song. Please do it for me.
We'll see. Cat. We'll look and see. But I try not to make a point of like taking reaction requests because that's a whole fucking show if we start opening that door.
Let's see. Russ just cooked the Bengals season. Let's go. Bengals can't catch a break, man. Bengals can't catch a break.
No.
Maximus BT for 99 cents. Thank you, Maximus. Shadow saying for 5. F in the chat for Jeremy Street Cred. He's changed. Just like Act Ma'am.
Yeah, the guy that plays Fortnite has completely lost credibility by liking Wicked.
Yeah. Ultimately, you have to be honest about this shit, right? Like, regardless of whether you think it's shit or you like it, regardless of whether it backs up your opinions, like, you have to be honest about the shit you see.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
That's what we've always been here. So, you can go watch John Campy if you want somebody to lie to you just for the audience validation. John Campy will tell his audience whatever he thinks because he's too scared to be honest with them. Jeffrey
Richardson for 2. Love Psych, the musical TV show. Very funny. Psych did do a musical episode. That was obviously like, Psych is hilarious. That's one of my favorite things I used to watch on USA when Psych was out there. They did do a musical episode.
Wings was the great thing on USA back in the day. You never watched Wings, man. Wings was fucking good.
I'm not as old as you.
Wings was great, dude.
Not as old as you, Jeremy.
I miss Tom Neversfield and Lowell and Joe and Helen. That was a great show, man. I actually never watched Psych. I remember seeing Psych always advertised, but I never watched it.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. That was like USA had some good ones. So they had Monk. I really liked Monk. I thought that was good. Psych was good. Burn Notice. I fucking loved Burn Notice. I stopped watching when Suits came out, and then when Suits came on Netflix, when everybody watched it, I watched them. Like I fucking really liked that show too. So yeah, USA had some bangers.
Mm-hmm.
People like Royal Pains. I never got into Royal Pains very much. Animating Andy for €6. So you watch Wicked with 7 women. Were 3 of them lesbians called Jay Beardo and Dan Vask?
No, these were actually like, these were more like butch women instead of those feminine women you just mentioned right there. So,
speaking of Jay, we have to talk about this because Have you seen this trend, Jeremy? Everybody going and using Grok to show, draw pictures of me, stuff like this.
Yeah.
We have to talk about this because it hasn't been going well for Drunk 3PO. This is an example of Gary, right? Gary's like, draw me. And Grok uses kind of your tweets and your image and decides to generate something. This is Gary. Looks like he's in a fucking, I don't know if it's post-apocalyptic. I don't know what the hell that is, but he's got a cowboy hat on. I generated an image with the prompt Nerdrotic, Gen X critic, passionately discussing Star Wars, Marvel, and classic Thanksgiving movies with a touch of outlaw spirit in a U.S. setting. Okay, there's Gary. I can see how you would get that. So I was like, all right, let's see what I have. I asked it to draw me. It drew a fat Bears fan. Don't know why, right? I don't wear my hat backwards. I don't have glasses, but this is draw me. I generated an image with the prompt, Ryan Kittle, RK Outpost, U.S. veteran, sharp wit, pop culture critic, Bears fan, sarcastic, supportive of friends. I don't know about that, where it got that. Critical of media, enjoys controversy, tech savvy, engaged in social issues, dislikes misinformation, appreciates honesty, often frustrated with current events, enjoys dark humor. They honestly got a decent amount of that right, just from my fucking tweets. Now, I don't know this. This doesn't look like me. But then people started doing Pixar caricatures of themselves, right? So I was like, what is my Pixar? That's my Pixar thing. That's me with an R and a K there. I look fucking way more jacked in this one, but at least I got my hair pretty much right. I got my beard okay.
Way too many eyebrows.
Way too many eyebrows there. That doesn't make sense. One person it hasn't been going so well for, unfortunately, would be Drunk 3PO. Our friend Drunk 3PO.
Oh boy, I have not seen this.
Jay says, draw me based on my tweets. It gives him a woman. Right? It gives him a woman. Some people thought they saw like maybe a resemblance to Alyssa Mercante, potentially, but this is Jay, AI drawing Jay based on his tweets.
Oh god.
Some Jay's like, maybe it'll get better. I'll just do a Pixar version of myself. I'm sure that'll be fine. He gets another woman. He's a Pixar character. There's Jay. They like those glasses and they think he's a fucking woman. So I was like, Jay, I'm gonna do you justice. All right. I'm gonna ask Grok to do it. I Drunk 3PO is a Pixar character.
Holy shit.
A little girl.
I'm typing mine up now. Let's see. Pixar character.
Now then I was like, oh shit, I used a 0 instead of the O, so maybe I'll redo it. This might be worse. I don't know. This is
Are you okay, bro?
This is Drunk 3PO as a Pixar character, apparently. I don't even know what the fuck this thing is.
Oh shit. Okay, here's me. Oh fuck. Are you kidding me? I look badass as shit. All right. Here, I'm posting mine. Can I post mine?
Yeah, post it.
All right. Let's see.
Jay's getting like fucked by this AI, man.
Yeah, he is. Okay, so here's mine right here. You can go to my account right now. All right. There you go. Check mine out. Okay. Right, I like this game. This is a good game right here. I dig this. How is Jay? Like, it's really bad, but that just shows you what Jay's tweets are all about. It's all like, it's happy. I'm happy. I love everybody. Let's go.
There you go.
Let's fucking go.
You look like a Fortnite character, honestly.
I do. Let's freaking go. Fuck yeah. Make that my damn profile picture right there.
Yeah, like AI is determined based on Drunk 3PO's account that he's a woman. I couldn't believe that when I did it, it also did that.
So it thinks Jay is a woman. It is gender swapped Drunk 3PO. All because Jay is really, really happy, and he doesn't complain, and he's just accepting of everything. That's pretty much.
Thanks for all the love.
Thanks, guys. I love you
Really
guys. I really
appreciate it.
appreciate you guys, man. I'm happy. I'm really happy, and I appreciate it.
I still don't understand the one it gave me. I look like Matthew Kadish.
Now let me see what it does if I do Jeremy Prime or no. I just do because it's at D-Day Cobra. So just what do you say? Draw me.
Yeah, draw me, hit enter, and then maybe
just draw me.
Yeah.
Is it, oh, okay. Draw me. Okay, so let's see what comes up there. I'm waiting for it to come on. Spinning. What the fuck? That's fucking badass.
You gotta. All right, I was gonna say. I thought it was gonna be bad. I was like,
no, it's bad as fuck. This is awesome. Hang on. Why are you running into these problems, bro? Here, let me do a refresher and see.
It's not the only one. I saw Adam Krigler bitching that his looked gay as shit. I'm like, I should tell you something. But
Fox Wolf, you need to dial that shit back. Look what Fox Wolf says. Highlight that shit.
This one?
No, Fox Wolf. Come on, bro. Fox Wolf.
This one? You're like
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Probably would too.
Oh man,
I came really close to responding. I fuck you, but I was like, Thanksgiving weekend.
Only Jay. What are you gonna do? But oh my God, look what I got started in the chat now. I just want to remind all of you were calling me gay for liking Wicked, and you're talking about banging Jay, okay?
No, we're talking about banging an AI replication of what it thinks Jay looks like. Yeah, I wouldn't bang Jay.
But not my proudest fap, or was it?
Remember when they did those gender swaps of us?
Yes.
I would have fucked myself. Jay's looked a little heavy. I don't know.
I don't think mentally, man, I could have got there with you. It's you. It's you. It's still
but
you.
It's not really me, though.
It's still you. And I would know that.
I could fuck me. I could.
No.
Fuck me. I do it often enough anyway. So, but let's see. Simple Jeremy for 2. Top Gun Maverick makes happy. It makes it tangle. These Webos. Glory is Denzel's best movie, in my opinion. Glory's good. I also enjoyed Malcolm X and Ricochet with him, John Lithgow.
Oh, Ricochet is really good.
I still really like Bone Collector.
Yeah, that was good
Angelina
too.
Jolie, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you look up what Denzel's highest grossing box office movie is? Let's look that up. Off the top of my head, I feel like, I don't know, is John Q up there? I think John Q was a pretty big hit. I remember that being a pretty big hit. Like, I can't think of any major franchises he's been a part of, though.
Oh, American Gangsters probably.
Because Russell, him and Russell Crowe together in that one. Yeah.
Now, but that movie wasn't huge.
It wasn't huge, but like,
this probably you might be right, Jeremy.
What with John Q?
No, about
Gladiator. Yeah,
or go on is already potentially the biggest.
Hurricane is a fine movie, but Denzel's performance is outstanding. I agree with that. Hurricane is actually a pretty good movie, but Denzel's performance takes it to another level. Which that's just every Denzel movie for the most part. He's going to just crush it. Man on Fire is still the best Denzel movie in my opinion, and one of the best movies ever made. That is peak Denzel right there.
Yeah, so this is what I see right now. This is IMDb list.
The Unbreakable Boy is the latest film from Zachary Levi. That's what it was right there. Okay.
American Gangster 267 million.
Wow. Okay.
Is the biggest, is number one ever, which Gladiator 2 has already surpassed.
Yep.
Safe House. That was with Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
200. Philadelphia, 207. The Pelican Brief, We're going way back for some of these. Equalizer. Inside. I actually really like Inside Man. Him and Clive Owen, the bank heist one. I love this movie. Deja Vu.
Tony Scott, man. R.I.P. Tony Scott. Tony Scott was a fantastic fucking filmmaker. Oh, Flight. I remember Flight. That was good. Unstoppable was good. All of Denzel movie. Like, can you name a bad Denzel movie? Just like, I don't know. Oh man, Crimson Tide is I think Crimson Tide is the most underrated Denzel movie because
great.
People just don't talk about it that much. That is peak him and Gene Hackman in the primes of their career. Holy shit.
I was not a massive Book of Eli fan. I know some people love it.
I saw Book of Eli one time. I did, and like that was Gary Oldman in that too. Can't remember. I only saw it one time when it came out, and I don't remember being blown away by it. I know a lot of people loved it. I may need to go back and watch that one again.
I didn't like hate it or anything. I just didn't. I was like really hyped for the movie. Bone Collector, there's my favorite right there. One of my favorites.
Bone Collector's great.
The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3. Denzel was on 2 train movies like back to back. They were just like, let's just shoot them at the same fucking time.
Yeah.
Because the Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3 and the Unstoppable or whatever that was.
Unstoppable. Remember the Titans is a classic. Everybody.
How did that only make 137 million?
I know, man. That's crazy.
I wonder if these are just domestic numbers.
Potential. Yeah.
Let's see. The numbers.
Why don't you just go to like Box Office Mojo or something to the numbers? Yeah. I have not seen Two Guns. That's him and Mark Wahlberg, right? I have not seen Two Guns.
That's right. That number's right for Remember the Titans, 137 million.
It's crazy. There it is, man. Man on Fire. My favorite. My favorite. The Siege was good. I like The Siege. Training Day is obviously classic. There's John Q. I loved John Q. God, it's got a 30. It's got a 30 Metacritic score. Go fuck yourself, Metacritic.
It has a good score on IMDb. Courage
Under Fire. I remember that one.
I don't know if I've ever seen that one.
It's good. It's good.
Manchurian Candidate. I like that one.
Yep, that one's good. The Hurricane is good. That's a really good movie. Out of Time was fine. It wasn't like mind blowing, but it was fine. I don't think I've seen Malcolm X.
It's not made for you.
Yeah, it certainly is not.
The Preacher's Wife.
I saw that one back in the day. Great Debaters. Don't think I saw The Great Debaters. Fallen is fantastic. Have you seen Fallen?
I don't think so.
Holy shit. Fallen is so good, dude. That is a phenomenal movie. Virtuosity with wasn't Russell Crowe in there? Yes. Yeah. I remember that one. Antoine Fisher, I've seen that one. I've never seen that one.
I don't think he was a big part of that.
I've never seen any of these. Ricochet is really fucking good. He Got Game. I remember that one with Ray Allen.
Yeah.
Sitting there with the smoking hot chicks.
Denzel, Mila, and Ray Allen.
Yeah. Never seen Mo Better Blues. Yeah. So Denzel, man, what a great history that guy has, man.
And the biggest one of all time is Gladiator.
That's wild.
A rather uninspired sequel, which is maybe one of his worst performances. And that's going to be his biggest.
There you go. Isn't that how it goes?
That's how it works sometimes, isn't it?
Yep.
But
Jeremy thinks everything is good. Holy shit. That's the first time that's ever been said in the history of this channel. Do I think almost every Denzel Washington movie is good? Yes. Can you name me a bad Denzel Washington movie? I'll wait, chat. I'll wait.
Simple Jeremy will make $199 million at the box office.
Damn right.
Rabid 1 for 2. Drinkers movie had 0 topless chicks in it. Shaking my head. Well, you got to be able to put it out on YouTube, so what are you supposed to do? But thanks, Rabid 1.
Everybody says Gladiator 2 is a bad Denzel movie.
I saw Gladiator 2 yesterday. I give it a 5 out of 10. Denzel didn't belong in the movie. Story felt rushed. Acting was wasted in that movie. Action was good. That's my review of the movie.
It's weird that he took this role, considering he doesn't take franchise roles. You know what I mean? Or something that's tied to a previous franchise.
Yeah, here it is. It's like Gladiator's not a franchise. This is the first movie that
I know that,
make
but
it a thing, you know. But
no, but what I'm saying though is it's tied to something that's very well known, that's already been established. You know what I mean? And so, like, he just usually doesn't do that, as we just saw, you know, with his filmography. It's not really something he does. You're not going to see Denzel joining the fucking Fast and Furious franchise, although that would have been fucking cool as shit, by the way.
Denzel's going to be Magneto in the new Marvel movies.
Denzel joining, like, the Fast and Furious franchise back in the day would have been the coolest shit ever. Holy shit, that would have been great.
I think he could do it.
Of course he could.
He would, like, honestly, I'd be like, if he was a villain or something, you know?
Yeah.
If he were a villain, it might work.
Equalizer, yes, but that's not him joining. He is the franchise. That's not him joining something that was already established.
Yeah. Almanac got a MetaQuest 3, not 3s, and it's great.
Nice.
Great. Louis C. Why would anyone pay for a simple Jeremy movie? It's free. It's called Cobra Cast 199. Regulators. Shout out. Crispy Noak and Hillel. I called it last year that 2024 is going to be a wild year, and look what happened. Hopefully next year can go smoothly. Also, Pooh's based.
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
We'll get to that. Maddening. New week. Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
U-boat is mine boat. For 10. Today I turn a quarter. Enjoy listening to y'all when I can during work. Help it go by fast with great topics. So a happy 25th birthday. U-boat is mine boat.
Thank you.
A good one. Jeremy the Cyborg, hail the 199.
What up, Jeremy the Cyborg?
Tobias for 10. Gary looks like he'd fit into a hunt showdown. Better than damn Post Malone. We're getting a two-headed bear target. Why does Malone have to be with it? Ghostface was worked to fit, but this is weird. I don't know, Tobias. Can't tell you, man. Delta Entertainment, Dolphins and Hurricanes suck. No defense. Fire the head coaches. See you next football year, Jeremy.
Yeah. Tua's been playing lights out, but the fucking Dolphins suck. So
Animating Andy for €2. Even AI agrees with me. Drunk as a lesbian. Does kind of look like it in that one. Maximus for 99 cents.
God, that Maximus. Fucking profile picture. Jesus.
Weird Robot for 2. Ryan would have sex with Jay's personality. Jay's personality look like that. Apparently I would. Black Kane for 2. Grok thinks Very Dark is a jacked black dude.
It's because it says dark.
That's pretty funny.
Oh, fuck.
Giggity for 2. Snakes on the Airplane was Denzel's best. He's great in that.
Snakes on a motherfucking plane. I've never seen that movie, by the way.
It's Samuel Jackson.
I know that. But, I know that. That's why I said motherfucking plane.
Yeah, I did watch it. It was fucking stupid. Samwise for €2 fell asleep during American Gangster Snorefest. Nah, it's solid. I really like the movie.
Bro, War Prayer, what the fuck are you talking about right now? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, this is one of those, like,
that was with the little girl, right? Was that Dakota Fanning?
Yes, Dakota Fanning. Yes. Dude, get out of my chat with this blasphemy. Holy shit. Man on Fire is one of the greatest movies ever made. End of discussion. Stop it, Warbrayer. Stop it. Don't do this. You must be trolling. You've got to be trolling just to get me. All you were trying to do is get me to highlight your comment, and it worked. Let's just go with that. I would much rather you just admit to trolling than actually believing that.
B. Barrett over on the Rumble side for $2. I'm addicted to Thanksgiving leftovers. I've decided to quit cold turkey. You get it?
Yes. That's great. That was great.
To brew the dew for $1. The Forehead song was truly inspiring. Crud Muffin for $1. I have no plans to see Wicked, but big props to Jeremy for his honesty. This shows the difference between alternative media and the crackpots who will shill anything that promotes their worldview.
Yeah, I'm not telling anybody you need to go see it. Fuck that movie and fuck those people involved in the movie. I'm just giving you my opinion on it. So, one thing that, like, when I saw that it didn't have a really, like, there are some, we go over Criticless, and I think it has like a 68% collectively. So it's like, man, that's not like terrible. People
Criticless is filled with like people in our sphere,
yes, absolutely, absolutely. And I haven't looked it up to see if it's updated or anything, but that was a few days ago. And but yeah, man, it is a. I think Chris Gore liked it too. Because I saw Chris in our chat like last week talking about it or whatever.
Chris and Alan said it was great. Like that's what they said, and they were getting roasted a little bit for it. But you got to be honest, regardless of whether you think the people in your chat are gonna like that opinion or not. You got to be honest about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, so yeah, I would never encourage anybody to go see it because I truly don't think that if you're interested in it, that it's probably something that's going to land for you. But if you're watching it from a movie standpoint, it's a really good movie.
Well, I mean, you've watched just as many of these fucking cringe interviews as anybody else, and you still went in and you're like, it's a fucking good movie.
Yeah, it is.
You know? So it is what it is.
Yep. And by the way, so again, with all of the women that I was surrounded by, they were so freaked out that I had never heard the main song from this fucking play or whatever. The Defying Gravity. Yeah. So they were like, "You've never heard this song?" I'm like, "No."
How would I? Yeah.
And apparently, it's like this huge thing with the Frozen chick that sings it or whatever.
So Idina Menzel, we were talking about that on FNC.
Yeah.
She played Elphaba. I think that's her name. I don't know if it's Elphaba or Elphaba because I've never actually seen this shit. I've just kind of read about it. But she played her in the Broadway production. And she obviously got a huge name off of that. The Broadway production was big. Kristen Chenoweth, is that her name? She played Glinda. And they were
that was Ariana Grande.
What's that?
Ariana Grande played.
She played her in the movie. I'm talking on the Broadway musical.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
So Idina Menzel played Elphaba, and Glinda was played by Kristen Chenoweth.
Yes.
And that's why they were doing that interview with them, and that's why apparently they had a small role in the movie.
Yeah.
Like a little, not exactly a cameo, but a little part of it.
Yeah. But so I'd never heard this fucking song. Apparently the song's been like this big hit for like all this time because of the play or whatever. And I'm like, how fuck would I know that song?
Yeah, it's isolating. It's it's women things.
Yeah.
Women and queers, they go to Broadway and they fucking love it. But I don't know if I've ever heard it either. The only reason I've heard that popular song is because of the Ariana Grande stuff.
I will say it's a fucking good ass song, but I've just never heard it until the movie. And they were like, this song's been out for a decade. And I'm like,
did you feel like crying with your best friends after you heard it?
Yeah, not because of the song, but like this really fat chick stepped on my big toe when she was leaving. And so I was like trying to hold it in.
Was there any, did you see anybody fucking crying in the theater?
No. There were, I mean, I went on Saturday after Thanksgiving. There were a lot of men that were obviously there with like women and stuff like that. Like I don't really recall, like it seemed like generally a normal crowd. There wasn't like there was no singing and there was no super hype or whatever. There was decent applause after, but nothing like crazy. I'll be honest. I heard more bullshit when I saw Dunkirk because of that fucking boy band guy that's in it. There were a bunch of fucking teenage girls that were screaming every time he came on fucking screen. Harry Styles.
Oh, Harry Styles.
Yeah, there were more women in my Dunkirk viewing when I saw that. Well, I'm saying that we're reacting, like going like hooping and hollering and shit like that than there was at Wicked.
What a crazy movie to do that in.
I know. Every time Harry Styles showed up on screen, they were screaming. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Did he get killed?
Harry Styles?
Yeah.
I can't remember now. He was good in the movie. He was good in the movie. He was good in the movie.
Accident so the Pelican Brief is meh. Denzel was in it.
And by the way, fuck The Rock for saying that people should be singing in movies. You know what I mean? Because Rock was saying like people should be singing in movies.
You pay to go in if you want to sing along with it, whatever.
No, you should not. No, you should not.
Yeah, it's like I don't go to too many movies where that would be a thing, I guess. Like, I don't know. If it's like say the re-release of The Lion King, right? When The Lion King got like re-released in 3D. It's like, are people singing during Just Can't Wait to Be King? Is that going to be something that's like, I mean, I will obviously shut the fuck up just in general. Is that something that's going to bother most people? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Raven and Writing Desk. What about Glory, 1989? Glory's good.
Yep.
Crimson Tide was great, says Maddening. Denzel and Gene were top of their game. Navy pulled endorsement when they saw it involved a mutiny. wouldn't happen with the ramifications being what they are. Great fiction.
It's a phenomenal movie, and I feel like a lot of people haven't seen Crimson Tide. It's kind of like, it's not like something that's widely available. I don't know. I mean, obviously, I watched it at a young age because of the Alabama, connection, but because I mean, that was like my dad
Didn't even think about that.
Yeah, USS Alabama. Come on, Crimson Tide. Yeah. They even give the Alabama speech.
Yeah.
So like Nick Saban said it on College Game Day this past weekend, where he said, if you're in the state of Alabama, you're either Alabama or Auburn. That's how it is. You're born into that. And that's 100% accurate. No bullshit. Like my dad was essentially like, you're either an Alabama fan, son, or you can get the fuck out of my house. I'm like 10.
It's not much more to live for in Alabama. Like
roll Tide, I guess, Dad.
Yeah, 12 or 13 Saturdays a week, and you just fucking. Other than that, it's just surviving for the next season. Try not to step on glass while you're barefoot in the fucking trailer park. Jeremy the Cyborg with 10 gifted memberships. Thank you, Jeremy the Cyborg. Big Ounce. You see the old progressive saying Veridark's only successful because she's a woman. These people are weird. By the old progressive, you mean David Jaffe.
David Jaffe.
Which maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow or something. But yes, he's had a meltdown.
Yeah.
That's not just some random guy, by the way. David Jaffe. It's not just
he's the creator of God of War.
Yeah, it's not just you see some old progressive. See this fat old woke dude complaining about Very Dark. Giggity for 2. Destiny bought the butt bomb prop from Man on Fire.
Dude, the amount of people that care about Destiny positively or negatively is wild to me. I just don't care.
It's very divisive.
I do not care.
Obviously, anybody that fucking gets their shit leaked like that, it's gonna be everywhere. But like, these are all things that this dude has like admitted before. Like,
yeah.
Some of these leaks are even old leaks. Like the chat leaks are like old leaks and things. But yes, it is. You can't go anywhere without having to worry you fucking scroll on Destiny sucking a dick or something.
Yeah, it's wild, bro.
Sebastian for 20. How much does Gladiator 2 need to make a profit? I think, again, the report came out that it was about $300 million budget. The official that they've put out is still $210 million. If it's 210, then it's probably closer to, because of the big international skew, and you're not going to get as much money from international. It's probably around 600. Like the best case scenario is 650 to 7. For Wicked, 600 million. And I don't know if Gladiator 2 is going to have the legs. I think Wicked is going to have very good legs domestically. I think 450 domestically is a lock. And
that's
I think
a lot of money.
Yeah, and I think 500 million is in the cards. Because I think they're going to let it play
domestically.
For a long time.
Yeah, because it's like opening in Japan like next year.
It doesn't open in Japan till March of next year. But so Wicked did not have the full international launch. It's got France, Germany, a couple other places, and China still. I just don't see it doing anything in China. Like that's just my gut. But I don't know.
Well, I'm pretty sure. So this is the first time I've actually been subjected to Ariana Grande, and I can say that this girl is talented as hell, unlike Taylor Swift. Like, I still don't understand the Taylor Swift thing. I don't get it. And I used to listen to Taylor Swift stuff when she was a country singer. Like, when she first came out as a country singer, she kind of took the country scene by storm, and then she became a pop star, and I'd never listened to that shit. But I never saw like Taylor Swift as like this superstar. It's like, okay, she's just a little like blonde country singer, and now she's like the biggest fucking star of the world. I don't understand it. It makes no sense. It's the craziest shit ever. I don't get this Taylor Swift thing. Makes no fucking sense to me. Ariana Grande is actually talented. She's actually like a good actress in the movie too, and she can obviously sing and all that shit. But like the Taylor Swift thing, like,
I think there's just a lot of crossover in terms of the potential fan base there and stuff.
I guess
for Taylor Swift.
I guess it's weird.
I don't.
You look at like the female musicians over the years, like Britney Spears obviously was talented, and when she, Christina Aguilera, not Beyonce, fuck that. All right, she's not
Aguilera
talented,
probably, or much more talented than Britney.
Absolutely, but you look at them and like you could see why they're stars. You know what I mean? Like I know why Beyonce is a star. I understand it. I don't know why Taylor Swift's a fucking megastar. I don't know.
Swift, well, here's the thing: is like Taylor Swift didn't become a star because she was like, oh, she's the hottest one out there. Like she became a star very early with her country songs. Like super because she was in like high school and she was like it's not like it was anything, oh my God, revolutionary. It was just songs that stuck in your head, songs that probably related to a bunch of girls. And then her music fucking evolved. That music probably still relates to a bunch of girls. And that's just,
it's weird
reality,
man.
You know?
Carrie Underwood is 10 times more talented than Taylor Swift will ever be.
See, I can relate to Carrie Underwood because when she talks about what she will do to the dude who's fucking leaving her or cheating on her or whatever. Like I can relate to that because I've been in the other position. It's like, okay, mad woman, please don't fucking key my car. You know, all this shit. So
Yeah.
But we got to talk about Winnie the Pooh.
Let's talk about MAGA country Winnie the Pooh. So I saw this yesterday.
You are the reason that I saw it, Jeremy.
Oh, so Krista's the one that told me about it. She's like sending me these screenshots. She's like, you've got to quote tweet this guy because he's going to get dogpiled if you don't. And I'm like, who the fuck? What is going on? She goes, the voice actor for Winnie the Pooh is a Trump supporter. I'm like, sign me up, baby. Let's go. So Krista gets credit for putting this on my radar.
So this is all about Winnie the Pooh.
Yep.
Disney fans turn on Winnie the Pooh as voice actor Jim Cummings attacked online over alleged support of Donald J. Trump. And it all happened based on, this is the one that I think got the most attention. This is a Donald Trump parody account, some person holding a sign. If Trump isn't Hitler, then I'm a moron. He's a moron. Jim Cummings.
Let's go.
Right. And if you look through with some of the replies that he's had, you could see this one about, do you support RFK banning all poisonous processed foods in children's lunch? Yes. Here he is, him and Jody Benson singing. Should women go to jail for falsely accusing a man of rape? Yep.
Yes.
You support keeping men out of all women's sports, making it illegal in every state? Yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
Tom Hanks announces he'll buy a one-way ticket to Canada if Donald Trump becomes president, which who knows if that's true or not. Ciao. Bye. Do you think closing the border is a more important issue than climate change? Yep. Like, very simple, like little one-word answer from Jim Cummings. But yes, on this post specifically, a lot of people were not happy. This person is clearly trans. As someone who grew up with your Pooh and Tigger, this is incredibly heartbreaking. Jim, you've disappointed millions of people today. Says Mr. Key Rock. What else do we have? And now we know you're a rabid piece of shit. Typical hateful geriatric boomer. Says there will be blood. What happened to you, Jim? What the hell happened to you? Hey, Andrew, Ukraine.
No. Blockbuster Video. He wants Blockbuster Video to return. I appreciate when people have the Blockbuster Video flag. I too support Blockbuster Video. I stand with my fellow brothers and sisters in wanting Blockbuster Video to return.
The rogue clown, the old man that doesn't know he just destroyed his legacy. And yeah, this article lists some of the names. Man, it is so funny.
Yeah,
and
this is great.
There's anything in his timeline that he's like tweeting out, and I do think this would be a little bit different if he was like, "There's Winnie the Pooh here, and I support Donald Trump." Like if he's using his character, and that's
like Mark Hamill does. Like Mark Hamill does.
Exactly. Yeah. I think that's a different thing, but he's just little one post replies. You can't tell me that Baby Herman from Who Framed Roger Rabbit isn't a fucking Trump supporter, okay? Baby Herman should be wearing a MAGA hat in Who Framed Roger Rabbit too, just for the record.
Yeah, so
people are very upset, Jeremy.
Yeah, this is great. And so that right there, that tweet that I responded to, and then there was a few more. And I really do think like that's kind of like the old Twitter mentality of like, if people were getting dogpiled for just
It's pretty good.
That's really good. um I just responding to these clowns has been so great. One of them was like they were like Trump is dangerous for me and my friends, and I kind of responded with the Trump like the one where he was making fun of the reporter, you know.
Yeah.
But ultimately I'm happy that we're seeing stuff like this. I'm happy that people feel a little more comfortable speaking out, because yes, I do want to live in a world where I don't know any of these actors' politics, but that's just not the reality of the situation. So because of the left, and because the left has decided that they have to tell us how they feel about everything and that their opinions are superior than ours because they know more than us, because they have decided to make that part of the entertainment sphere, it's only right that we have other people from the opposite side giving their opinions. And if we have equal opinions on both sides and people aren't losing their jobs because of that, I think that's a better situation altogether. So yes, in isolation, I wish that we weren't celebrating actors' opinions on anything, because I truly don't think that any of their opinions actually matter, just like sports figures' opinions don't matter. The only people's opinions that matter are people that are paid to give their opinions, like talk show hosts and shit like that. But like actors, celebrities, athletes, you are not well known for your opinions. You're well known for your ability to do things like act or play football or some shit like that, not to give your fucking opinions. So, but I'm happy that we're seeing some balancing going on, and I hope we see more of it.
Yeah, I'm not even really celebrating his opinion. I'm celebrating the meltdowns from the weirdos and freaks and the pronouns and the bios, weirdos and stuff like that, over that said very tame opinion. That's the thing that I think is really funny. And
absolutely.
I do think it would be different if he was, hey, I've got a new Winnie the Pooh show coming out. By the way, make America great again. Am I right? Fuck Joe Biden. Like, if he was doing that, it would be different. And
that would be a problem.
Agree with him. I don't think it'd be appropriate for him to be promoting his like piece of entertainment that way.
Yeah, that would be a problem if he did something like that. But that's not really the case right now. And it doesn't. All he's doing, like you said, he's giving one-word answers to like 90% of the things. And then one of them, he said,
"Who is this Trump parody accounts and stuff."
I know, it's so funny. But yes, the freaks are melting down. The Disney adults are melting down. And I'm glad that we're seeing so many people have his back and other people's backs that are speaking out about this stuff, because it's necessary.
Over in the locals chat, Rich the Plug for $5 said, have you guys seen the trailer for Light of Motirum? It looks like the Horizon games, ripoff or potential fire. Hail the 199.
I have not seen that.
Motirum. I have not seen it, Rich the Plug. John Gads for $1. Just show up 20 minutes late to the theater so your popcorn's still warm when the movie starts and you're past most previews. I do sometimes now. John Gads for another $1. Look on the bright side, Jeremy. The Niners in the snow made everyone forget how bad the Dolphins are in the cold. That game was crazy last night. Like snow, like people that just want to build domes, you're gay. All right. Like we need snow games like that. We need a couple games like that every fucking year. It's awesome.
Agreed. Weather makes football great. And sometimes it's going to be not great, situation, and teams have to overcome that, and that's part of it. So yeah, domes are gay.
Did you see that lateral from Amari Cooper to Josh Allen after the throw?
I did not. I didn't see any of that game last night because I was busy with family stuff. I'd heard about it, but I didn't see it.
He went and saw Wicked instead of watching football. Shadow's saying for $5 Training Day, Jeremy, bit of a snooze fest.
No,
I just don't like good movies. Like, if it doesn't have a bunch of CGI or
Training Day,
like
Training Day is a phenomenal fucking movie.
Yeah,
it's not one of my favorite Denzel movies. Like, because I think there's better Denzel movies.
Yeah,
but from a performance standpoint, that might be one of his standout performances, because he does take a different approach in that movie that he does most of his roles.
It's one of his best characters.
Yeah, absolutely.
MJ UK Ryan sings along to Song of the South. Hey, if they release it in theaters, we'll see. I like Milk. Did someone say Destiny? Thank you. Sebastian for $2. How bad is Superman Returns?
It's not great. I think Brandon Routh is good in that movie, but I just think that it was trying too hard to be Christopher Reeve Superman. It's not a great movie.
Louis G for 2. Remember the Titans, top 5 Denzel movies.
It's up there. I don't know if I'd put it top 5, but it's definitely belongs in the discussion.
That was huge back in the day.
Oh, it absolutely was.
It was shocking for me to see it was that low. Obviously, it was 2000 or 2001 or whatever when that was released. So that was a long time ago. But I was a kid when it came out, right? So I was, let's see, if it came out in 2000, I was like 12 years old or something. So yeah, that movie was big for a lot of people around my age back then. The Under Armour gamer, I get to call Jeremy gay on my 27th birthday. Ryan, Destiny can't even suck as the Bears. Hail 199. Thanks, Under Armour gamer. Dull Life Dan for 2. He liked Wicked. Jeremy is out. Gay Destiny. Accident Seller for Norwegian 50. Didn't Carrie Underwood show her teats, buttocks, and pussy in Playboy way back, or was that another Wood?
If she did, I'm gonna have to do some extensive research on that topic. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure she didn't, but I hope I'm wrong.
Felt like that would have come up before American Idol. Big Ounce for 5. Ryan, I'm a Zoomer becoming bass, so of course I'm gonna think old progressive. It's just funny because it's like it would. David Jaffe is like a name and has been around like for like a couple decades, right, in gaming. So it's just funny to hear him not referred to as David Jaffe, creator of God of War, but some fucking old progressive bitch.
He is kind of known as like just this old angry loser. A lot of people don't recognize who he is.
Correct. Yeah. He
is kind of a clown. And it is hard to believe that the guy that created God of War and is that guy who's getting destroyed by a couple of YouTubers.
He's getting triggered. Nader's Brick Channel for 2. Winnie the Pooh, yes. Tell Jay to change it.
No.
Godzilla's Greaser. As a kid, I loved Jim Cummings as Winnie the Pooh and Tigger. As an adult, I love him in The Master in Fallout. Now I love him even more than a VA.
Hell yeah.
Andre Sierra, did Jeremy type Winnie the Poor on his tweet?
Did I?
Winnie the Poor. Health Minister of Belgium, fly, Eagles, fly. Animating Andy for 6. They think they're right. Jeremy, get the facts straight. Far left delude themselves all the time. They need private time in a cushion room. Okay. Madney, Philadelphia is Denzel's worst movie. Not because of his performance, just because it's a gay-ass movie.
I did put Winnie the Poor. It auto-corrected to poor, apparently. That tweet has almost 2,000 likes, and I didn't see anybody correct me on that shit. That's fucking fantastic.
M. Poe for $11.99. Constance Cummings is his real name. Jim not. I'd go by Jim too if my first name was Constance. Great Con for Aussie 10. I don't mind celebs having a political opinion. They're human like us. My problem is when they use their celebrity status to influence voters. Situations like Xena and Zach Levi's plea are exceptions. Well, thank you, Great Con. Over on the Rumble side, Derek P.G. Beller, Jim Cummings, one of the best voice actors of all time, and doesn't get enough credit for it.
Well, he's getting a lot of love right now.
He is.
He's getting a lot of triggered weirdos as well, but that's part of it. Fuck these people.
Sarah Jean Underwood was in Playboy and was on Attack the Show. Yeah, Sarah Jean Underwood from G4 back in the day. Okay. That makes sense why you might get confused. She was definitely in Playboy. Ian H, bro, in unironically getting bullied by a Spanish dude who wears cat ears.
Talking about Hypnotic?
I don't know. Thank you, Ian H. We're all caught up, Jeremy.
We are all caught up. So another one in the books. And I am looking forward to Cobra Cast tonight. And then everybody's still traveling. So we're not going to have our typical gaming stream. However, I'm going to try to run a Fortnite stream tonight because the new chapter dropped. So the all new map is out. And so I got to see who's available. Yeah, so we got a lot planned this week. I'm going to be streaming a lot this week. Just trying to get back in the rhythm. There's a lot to talk about with the Joe Biden pardoning, Hunter Biden. So we're going to cover that. So yes, Cobra Cast will be a little bit earlier than normal as well. I'll probably try to get the link set up soon. I'm thinking probably 5 Central. is what I'm going to try to shoot for Cobra Cast, but I'll have that link set up as well, and then I'll do a gaming stream after that, so Tweeted Tone can quit yelling at me, because he's always yelling at me. Ryan, what do you got going on?
Nothing. Just I kind of took a little easy during the weekend for the holidays, and just gonna be making more videos. Pretty much it. John Getz for Buck. How long till the Pooh is always insert thing here? Coded articles. I mean, there's probably articles like that already. A lot
Probably.
of people think Pooh and Tigger are fucking.
Probably.
Yeah.
What is 5 Central? EST is the norm. Well, I'm in Central Time Zone, so.
Yeah, so I mean, you should know how to convert if you're not retarded, but
yeah,
unless you're not from America, then I forgive you for not knowing the difference. But Eastern is 1 hour later. So.
Yes. Well, see, it's weird because most people think because I'm in Florida, they think that I'm in the Eastern Time Zone, but I'm actually in Central, in the Panhandle of Florida. I think around Tallahassee is where it switches over to Eastern, if I'm not mistaken. But look, what we do know is the West Coast time zone doesn't fucking matter. Okay, that's what we do know.
Well, I would say Mountain Time doesn't matter. Like,
yeah, that's
all.
true. Yeah,
like Mountain Standard Time, go fuck yourselves. No one ever cares about you. It's like
as Jessica says, I'm on
country.
MST.
Yeah, like 5% of the fucking country's on that in terms of population. No one cares.
But all right, guys. So we'll see you tonight for some Cobra Cast and then some gaming. We do appreciate it. Hope you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.